Oh, it's not fair that Mayhem athletes have access to Rich's trails.
The madness has ensued from the post you made.
Heavy Randy.
Could it not happen at the Mayhem Classic?
Oh my God.
I loathe entirely.
Hate. Double hate.
Hate.
Loathe.
Choose your own adventure.
I do like the workouts.
You know, the open tests doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because the quarterfinals, they're going to clean all this up.
The workouts kind of don't matter.
See, this is my point.
They don't matter, but they do matter.
Can we talk about the fact that you can do these workouts right now, too?
No, you can't. You have to wait till 2 p.m. Central.
Oh my gosh, it's happening. It's happening. If you pressed it into my groin, it would feel like childbirth. Like it has to. It hurts that bad.
A good way to start the pod.
Wow.
Shockwave therapy.
Shockwave therapy.
I've
If
not
you've
tried
ever
it
done
yet.
it, you. I mean,
I
would like to ask. I would like to ask a female, like, if you turn that thing all the way up and you put it right in your groin, dude, that would have to be.
I can't wait to try this tomorrow when I go get my hyaluronic acid shot in my left knee.
Because it like makes it feel like it's deep into the joint or whatever, or wherever it's at. It's deep into it. Like when she's doing it right here, it feels like it's shooting out the back of my knee. It feels like it's just a lightning bolt going.
Where did you
like
get this?
It feels like when I walk.
Yeah.
Or run 50 miles.
At,
Run 50 miles or 40,
at
whatever.
Revive,
whatever.
at Eason's and
Okay.
Brock's place. It's pretty new, and it's really helped a lot. Roman said it helped him a lot. Guy has said it's helped his shoulder a ton. It, like, the tendinopathy in my knee is, I can feel like my tendon is more malleable because it's not as calcified as it was. It's crazy.
Shockwave therapy.
Shockwave therapy. Everything, like, I was looking it up before they said that I should try it. I was looking it up, and I was like, man, where can I find this? And I just happened
Is it
to
for
like, go in there.
tendon health, or what is it for? Increased blood flow?
It's, yeah, like it says it promotes regeneration in places that don't really get blood flow.
I don't think Rich's can regenerate.
No, he's at.
There's nothing to
left
regenerate.
regenerate. You got to have something. It
to
might
start.
generate. But
Might
yeah.
generate something, but they need something to start from.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
That
really
ship has
really
sailed.
seemed to help.
I saw somebody was bashing my programming because my knees are so bad. I forgot where it was at. The reason I'm so bad at programming, and that's why my knees are so bad.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they can do pistols. And
yeah, I can back-
they're 40.
yeah, I
I
back
forgot where it
that.
was at. Dang it! I wish I would have went. I think it might have been on the hill or something.
Oh,
I was trolling somebody somewhere. I can't remember.
Well, in other news, we're running out of people to kick off of our podcast because I got kicked off.
You got
And
kicked
then,
off.
yeah, we remember last one I
Yep.
wasn't here.
Yep.
yeah.
And
And
then
now you got a full prime time
the
seat.
thing was, Rory then, he's now, kicked
Oh
off.
yeah, he
right?
got.
Yeah.
He kicked him. That was like a self-imposed kicked off.
So
he
then I'm
can't handle.
back.
Rory's a man of the people. He's
Yeah.
got. He's got to have
He's got
everybody
integrity to hold up.
like him.
I prefer when
I'm
they
actually
don't.
a little bit afraid of this podcast because Rory's not here to just
Yeah.
stop it from.
I think though,
It's Ben's job.
I think I'm not as upset about, or like not that you guys are upset. I'm not as like wrapped around the axle about the things that you guys are.
I think he's more upset than I am. I'm not upset, but he seems to be farther.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to talk.
Well, hang on. I said we needed to start. We have to start with Wadapalooza.
I have no bearing or feeling on anything that happened to Wadapalooza because I was not there. So
I do.
I can't add anything to your.
I think I have
Fans.
a lot of takes on this though.
because of the video.
No. Just in general.
You asked me questions as if you weren't there because you weren't.
I'll ask
Yeah,
questions.
well,
I'll ask questions 'cause I have no idea what happened.
Okay, this is great.
I only have 10
We'll do
social
Wadapalooza
media
Q&A.
openings a day.
Waterpalooza Q&A.
Wadapalooza, nice.
I only have 10 social media openings a day at 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really,
Can't stay
we
up to
watched
date
a
as well.
couple of the episodes, a couple of the events on the tubes. I saw a video of you in black and white on my phone getting poured on talking to a judge.
With that orange hat.
He didn't
That's
know I
it.
had orange hat.
The
I didn't
orange
know you had
hat is a
orange
great
hat on.
move, by the way, for the
can
athlete to
see
be able to
Yeah.
find you.
The athlete, the orange hat is a great idea until I saw a guy across the warm-up area wearing one.
Well, they're taking your.
Yeah. I'm like, did you see me in the video? You edited it, right?
Oh,
him and Toby.
I actually,
Frank,
man, we
maybe.
got a ton to talk about. I didn't even think about that.
I said,
And
hey,
then-
buddy, it doesn't really work that well if we both wear it.
Did you say that to him?
No, I didn't see him after that. I was going to.
The other thing I saw from Wadapalooza was Dave's open announcement video.
Oh gosh, I was actually talking to Danielle. Was warming up on one of the bars with Paige for one of the events. She was just saying how confused she was. Like as
I
he
was
explaining
confused.
it, and like
I had a stroke.
she's like it's like he's trying to explain it's like your dad trying to explain math to you at the kitchen table at 8:00 at night.
Dude,
Look, I'm telling you, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're like, I
that's
don't
so true
get
because
it.
I'm in the same boat right now with with Lakeland.
Yeah.
Finished
I
the
just don't
workout
get it.
explanation. He's like, "Now you didn't think we'd leave thrusters out, did
You're
you?"
like, wait.
I missed the whole announcement because I was like blacked out. I
you're-
just felt stupid. I had no idea.
I did zone out. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait. They're gonna put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
I can't listen to him anymore. I don't know what he's saying. He did say bar facing burpees like 5 times.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Wait,
And then wait,
Not
it has
facing.
thrusters in. I'm like, wait, now it has thrusters in. I'm like, wait, what?
all right, we'll come back to the open after
After
because
what?
I do have some thoughts after Wadapalooza. I want to let you
Oh.
give you.
Yeah,
I want
you
to give
said we
you
need to
your.
start with Wadapalooza.
I want to
That
give
is
you
what- yeah.
your soapbox, and then we can have some discussion.
All right. What do you guys want to know?
How was Wadapalooza?
Yeah. How was
Wet.
it?
Wet,
Wet and then really hot at times.
hot, humid, sticky.
Dude, the times it was hot, it was hot.
Was it cold when it was cold?
It was
Like when
wet
you're
when
wet?
it was wet.
Was it cold wet or just hot wet?
Wet.
Ugh,
It was hot.
just
wet.
like musty,
musty, dude.
moist.
Me and speaking of moist, me and Toby's gooches were
Okay.
moist.
He sent a
both-
video of how he was soaked.
It was so good.
Like he was wringing his shirt out. He's soaked to the bone.
So
And he's
hey,
like-
Toby and Watkins might have been the saving grace of Wadapalooza.
Yeah,
for
their
us.
little videos.
Their little videos
yeah.
were pretty good.
they
His,
were so good.
But he was like, I'm really testing out the weatherproofing on this camera because
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
it was pouring rain and
And humid,
he was just out there.
moist.
Yes, our groins got moist, and I went and got some like powder spray. Like
Did they
spray.
say that's like a March thing down there? I mean, it's always. I feel like it's just hit or miss if it's going to be wet, even in January.
Yeah, but
I feel like-
thunderstorm.
yeah, I feel like
different. It's thunderstorm season.
I understand why they put it. I
Well,
understand
originally
why-
they put it there because it was supposed to be for spring break, and they were supposed to have a High Rocks, and then High Rocks backed out
Well, they went because they moved it because they got paid by the city of Miami to
because
move it.
there was supposed to be a High Rocks event.
Well, no, yes,
Yes.
that is true, but they got paid to have
it
it
at
that
Miami
weekend.
Beach. Yeah.
So, that weekend specifically.
Yes.
So it makes total sense why they did it then, because if you get a free $800,000 or whatever it was to
Yeah.
run your competition,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
However,
heck yeah,
all the Florida
running an
people,
event, yes, take the $800,000.
yeah, all the
Because it's going to
Florida,
cost a lot of money.
all the Florida people are saying that this is a more like thunderstormy time than
Yeah.
January.
Well, it is here too. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
in
Spring.
this- yeah. It's just
April
spring.
showers
So-
bring May flowers,
and
you
it's
know?
March
already
thunderstorms raining
In-
out of Wadapalooza.
in like a lion, out like a lamb. You know,
Yeah. How does that make sense? I don't get it. For the
the
scenario?
month usually for a month is April or May comes in like a lion with all the
Oh.
storms and stuff.
Yeah.
it comes
Okay.
out like
yeah,
a lamb.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I like
little,
that.
little Bible reference.
Yeah.
Even
No,
too,
I get
lion
the
and
Bible
lamb.
reference. I didn't
No.
get how to play to the thunderstorms, but I get it. now.
Wadapalooza was a lion and a
course.
lion on both ends.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it rained a lot, like a
Well-
lot, like all the time, like the whole time, except for like a 6-hour period where it was so hot I couldn't stand.
Was that
it.
Saturday?
Yeah,
Saturday was the only day without rain,
I mean, I think it did rain, but it was the only day without.
but it wasn't
like,
affected. Yeah.
And
they
know I'm
had
scared
no
to get
idea what the
sunburned.
open workout was, huh?
Who?
Wadapalooza,
That doesn't seem like it.
because they wall balled
And then did burpees
and
and did cleans. So I mean, I guess honestly they didn't interfere that much. The wall ball thruster's bad. The wall ball thruster was bad. But the next
it's
day,
really dumb to have a wall ball and a thruster in the same test.
the same day.
Right.
The same day. Event 1 and then event 2.
The
I
open.
didn't say nothing. Keep going.
Hang on. Let me write that down. Write that down.
He's talking
Ben's
about the
checked
open.
out. Ben doesn't even care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Subtle. It was a subtle.
I didn't know if Angelo got it.
I'm writing that down.
Is a wall ball just a lighter thruster?
higher.
Or is a
volume.
thruster just a heavier wall ball?
I don't want to jump ahead, but I will say I think shuttle runs and bar facing burpees are kind of the same movement. Ben and I talk about this all the time. Shuttle run.
No foreshadowing.
All right, but
Because I agree with you.
we'll come back to
And
that.
I hate that.
We'll come back to that.
Okay, so yes, here I'll just give you the overarching my thoughts on it in general. They had to know there were going to be thunderstorms. I'm sorry, they had to know. I wish there would have just been a plan in place,
A contingency.
a contingency plan in place that if it's going to rain a bunch, if it's going to thunderstorm, you can't do anything, then what are we going to do if that happens? Because it's very likely to happen. It just didn't seem like there was a great plan in place. I actually have a lot of empathy, I guess, for the thunderstorm. Like you can't stop the thunder.
Toxic empathy.
Toxic empathy. You can't stop the thunderstorm. I get that. It's unfortunate event.
Series.
It was a series of
That
them.
being said, like
I just wish there was a solid contingency plan.
I don't necessarily think they did anything wrong.
Yeah.
That being said, it was the fact that the men did 4 events, I think, 3 in
That's
the
a
rain, and the
disaster.
teams competed 1 out of 2 days is a disaster.
Yes.
An absolute train wreck. And I don't know. I don't
Yes.
have a solution because even saying like there should be a contingency. Well, what do you do? Like where can you send people in a thunderstorm?
Well, I'm just
where
saying, like, yeah.
spectators can watch and you can have 10 lanes. You know what I mean? There's it's a lose-lose for them.
So that's the problem with the beach, is what I heard. I guess so. I mean, I don't know this, but sand is a good conductor of electricity. I didn't know that. Maybe I should. Maybe I'm an idiot.
Isn't sand just ground up rocks?
It makes glass.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good conductor of electricity.
I'm just adding random-
whatever. I don't know. Yeah,
random facts to
something
this
that maybe that
podcast.
helps.
Sorry.
But it's a good conductor of electricity. So yeah, you
Have you
can't be on
seen
the
where
beach.
people take T-posts and put them in the sand?
Yeah,
And then
it's like a lightning rod.
and then it makes glass.
Oh, I have not seen that.
Yeah.
But I get that. Yeah. So
My mom made me watch Sweet Home Alabama as a child.
So if it's not.
Hurry, move on, Angelo. We're losing him.
I
losing him.
don't
Come
know
on.
I don't know what to say, because you're right. It's $800,000, a lot of money.
I don't know if that's what they got paid. I think it was
That's what I
something
heard.
like that.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a lot of money.
Take it.
Whatever it is a lot of money.
Take the money.
So yeah, you have to go on the beach, but you need a solid contingency plan. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is because I'm not in the planning, but I feel like you have to know that everyone saw, like, we knew that it was going to thunderstorm. You looked at the weather, you go, holy crap, it's going to thunderstorm while you're down there.
It was so
And it
hard
did.
it was so hard to follow it because they had a separate live stream basically like per event. And I would like click into, I was trying to find whatever event was happening was impossible because
Impossible.
I would like, frankly, like I wasn't totally paying attention, but when I was half paying attention, trying to see what was happening, I'd click into it and it would be like either
be
the whole
pouring
that
rain.
whole video was done,
Yeah.
but the whole thing was like hey, we're on a weather delay.
Yeah.
And I'd go to the next event and I missed it or something. It was really hard to follow.
I did walk into the media office, and they had it on TV.
Yeah.
But it was in between events, and so they were playing the 2023 final from the CrossFit Games. It was pretty good to relive some memories,
Cool.
My last year.
2022.
2022.
22. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
22. See, I don't even remember when I was competed last.
The coolest thing that happened, honestly, was the team athletes doing the open announcement at that gym.
That was,
What gym was
I
that?
want to get there. That was really cool.
Yeah.
CrossFit Miami Beach.
I think we can go there
Oh, yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Good
Jason.
Good group of dudes.
Did I miss anything else?
No, I just really think they needed to do the men's final event, fit it in somewhere. Saturday, like you said, didn't rain.
Yeah.
They should have just
went to CrossFit Miami Beach
that
and changed the event up, like make an
started
event that
at-
you could have done inside.
They could have done it. They had room for it. They didn't need to change it. They could have run heats of 5 and done it. However, if they hadn't done that, they could have done it. The competition didn't start till 8 the next morning.
I have a question.
Was
How
not
cool
gonna
would that
rain.
have been, like local comp feel.
Dude, the open was sick.
Yeah, having a competition in a gym is pretty sick.
It was
Yeah,
sick.
it's a good idea.
What was your thing?
What happened with Hatfield's leaderboard placement? Because when the competition ended, he was in 3rd, and then the score changed on Sunday, I think.
The score changed, dropped into 4th, and then they realized you can't do that, and so they put him back in 3rd, but also let him tie with Yonakoski.
What is the time? What's
Yonakoski turned in a video,
Yeah.
from what I hear. This is the rumor.
Yes, of
From Austin.
Nick doing the workout incorrectly. I don't know what workout it was.
So then Nick got moved from between those two. So the score, betwixt them, out from betwixt them, and so then Yona got more points. But the video was turned in a day or two after the.
I don't know how that works. Never have I ever heard that you can.
Never
have I ever heard that you can turn someone else. You can dispute someone else's score, and you can't even dispute your own score the day after competition. So I've never heard that. Like it is at the end of the like you always hear if you don't appeal by the end of the competition day, it doesn't.
Usually it's an hour.
Yeah.
Usually it's an hour.
You need
Probably
to appeal
before the next event.
Before the next event.
Not like the day after someone else's score.
Before the next Wadapalooza, you have to turn in the video.
So
James
I don't
better
know
watch
really.
out. He better not spend that prize money all in one place.
yeah. So I don't know how that works. I've never heard of that. And I don't have all the facts on it. So but that's insane. So him and Yonakoski are splitting both to get 15 instead of 20 and 10.
Nice.
That's new to me. That's new to CrossFit competition in general, I think. And then, okay, so let's get, after that, yes, it continued to rain, of course. The team competition got pretty much rained out altogether.
They did how many events?
3? Yeah, 3.
They were
Because
supposed
they only
to
did
do
one.
6?
No, they did 4 because the open counted as their 4th.
So them doing it at the gym, they made that?
Yeah, that was an event. Yeah, that's
Okay.
how Paige's team ended up winning because,
I was confused about that. Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
did they
they're
bring their judges over to the gym?
yeah, it was basically judges and coaches and athletes, and that was it because, I mean, that filled up the space.
Yeah, it looked
and
cool.
and obviously, volunteers and stuff, doing all the work. It was...
So the athletes kind of had to go to that gym? Like, how did that all happen?
Yeah, if you didn't have a score, you had to go and do it, yeah.
Well, so I guess what I'm saying is what it looked like was, from not being there,
It was just
all the athletes were like, hey, let's go throw down at this gym
No,
together,
no.
which that would have been baller.
No, I think that was going to happen anyways, but I also think, because this is what I was getting from Hicks and Dylan and Jason. I think this is from what I understood, these are 4 major players in this. I don't know for a fact. Obviously, Jason owns a gym. I think Bijan just happened to be at that gym, and he was talking with Dylan and Hicks, who are at the event, and he's like, hey, Jason's saying that you guys can just come here and do it if we kind of coordinate a plan. And so I guess that between them, they kind of figured out a way to, just have their staff at the doors, only let in coach, athlete, the necessary volunteers. I think they let them all in, and then the necessary judges. And it was like that, having that many elite athletes in that small of a area was really cool. It was super cool.
Yeah. It seemed like that was by far the coolest thing that happened all weekend.
Oh yeah, it was super cool. And I think even the athletes were like, dang, that was super cool. I mean, Dom, being his crazy self, he's laying on the floor, in Jorge's face, you need to go faster. He's nose to nose while he's doing burpees, which is crazy. I was yelling at Paige, and she went out. I was on pace to do the workout in about 11 minutes after the first round. And so, of course, by round 4 or 5, she's hating her life. And she does a few thrusters, and she gets down, basically she's squatted down hold the barbell. I go, Paige, come on, we need to go. And she goes, stop, screams at me.
There.
It's so, that was so good.
That reminds me of, were there quarterfinals last year? No, semifinals. The in-gym semifinals. It was so funny. So that rope climb workout, the Toda Bar rope climb row.
Yeah.
On Jorge's redo,
Dom stole his chalk.
Dom took his chalk away
because he was wasted
because he was
time.
wasting so much time chalking between rope climbs. And he took his chalk and he was like, if you can't do this without the chalk, you're not going to go fast enough. So you might as well not.
And Jorge sweats like I do. At some point you can't.
Yeah.
You have to chalk.
but he was. I think I beat him in the workout. So
he was milking it.
Yeah, he needed to.
Oh no, it is.
And I know
special.
Ted did. Ted was a hero during that workout.
He did. He crushed it because he had a huge transition, and he just was going a million.
He's walking around everyone's cameras,
staying
out of the way,
and beating everybody too.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was so good. Dude, it is something special having someone yell at you while they're in the middle of a workout. Man, it feels good.
I hate it.
No. Having the athlete yell at me, I love it. I love when I know I'm
Darren in his throat.
I love it. I love when I piss you off that much. Because it was during the road qualifier that I told Paige she needed to redo one, and in the middle of the second round or something, it was a 5-round workout. She sets the bar down. She goes, this is so effing stupid. And I'm like, you're 20 seconds ahead of pace right now. So just keep going. And she like, that was it. That was the only thing she said to me the whole time. And she kept doing it, did better, made it to Rogue. It was a happy ending. So that was funny. I love that. I love getting screamed at. It's so much fun. Yeah, that's Wadapalooza for you.
There you have it.
It ended it ended happy. I thought it was really cool. And
you'll be back next year.
We always say around here, death, taxes, and Wadapalooza.
Death, taxes, and Wadapalooza. Yep.
All right, where do you want to go with it next? Quarterfinals? Are you still going with the class or with Wadapalooza?
No, real quick, I was gonna say, I know they got a lot of money for this venue, and I think people said they liked it last year. I think
they got money for the weekend, not the venue.
I liked the old setup.
I thought
they would just program for each venue correctly.
Yeah, I
thought it was really cool. As far as like a community event goes, Wadapalooza is on the top of from a on-floor athlete experience with the spectators, not for the workouts, but like how fired up people are, and like the atmosphere is usually pretty freaking awesome.
I think January helped with that too.
Yeah,
because
it's cold everywhere else.
Yes.
Well, and there's just nothing else happening in the ecosystem. Like when the Open's going on and you're like 2 weeks before quarterfinals and 4 weeks before semifinals, like
turns out quarterfinals is not important.
Yeah. And they lost a lot of the I think moving it, they lost a lot of the top athlete field.
For sure.
Like there weren't
for sure.
Not to disparage the people that showed up, but you didn't have the same depth in the field that we've had in years past. In the individual competition.
I will say doing the Open in the middle of Vendor Village was cool. I thought, because I think everyone did it right there.
Cool idea.
That was cool. They had just a floor that like anyone can go and do it.
All weekend, right?
All weekend, anyone can go do it. And
in between thunderstorms, you sneak it in.
And then the athletes came and did it too. Yeah, me and Lockhart did it. It was fun. That's it. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say, I guess. I like the other venue better. And I think some people were saying, hey, why don't we just have like an indoor, kind of half indoor, half outdoor event? I did ask that question to Hicks, and he said it's a whole different insurance thing, and I think it's more expensive. Not that it can't be done, but it needs to be planned for. You can't just like set up like one of those wedding tents and just do it in there. It's considered, it would be a good contingency plan. But yeah, it's a different, I think it's a different kind of insurance, whatever. Not that they can't do it, but it should be an option, I think. Moving forward. That's it. That's all I got. Can we take an intermission?
Intermission
about our topics.
Oh, I thought you were about to like get up and leave.
I mean, can I?
No.
Let's talk about our hunt camp really quick. Let's plug that.
Yeah, sure.
Hunt camp in Colorado, Rifle, Colorado.
June 4th through the 7th.
June 4th through the 7th. We're mostly beginner intermediate hunters.
Don't be a douche.
Since we are beginner intermediate hunters. You will get an elite bow set up with arrows.
Okay.
Sig will be there running a long range shooting course.
Confirmed.
Okay. Confirmed from them. Confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah, no, confirmed. The range is to be determined based on what Sam can handle, but like a couple hundred yards, like for sure.
Sweet.
Those are like the two biggest, probably coolest things we're gonna do.
They're getting a lot more stuff though, right?
We have a lot. Yeah, no, we have a lot of stuff that we're like. Rogue has already said we're.
First Light said contact them about
First Light
some stuff.
Rogue said echo vests.
It's a men's camp.
Yep, men's camp, men's
retreat,
hunting,
prep
faith.
Camp.
Yeah, hunting faith. Prep, faith camp, bow shooting, bow setup.
Thursday you get there. We'll get you set up, hang out a little bit,
work out,
do some food.
Yep.
Friday morning, we'll start out with some Mayhem hunt style stuff, CrossFit style stuff. Yep. We'll go do some breakouts, probably in 2 different groups.
Set up
Come back together, we'll do lunch. We'll do our other breakout, and then the evening we'll do some type of ruck adventure.
Yep.
We're going to ruck, but we're going to do some type of adventure in there too. Saturday will look the same with different breakouts. Yep. And then Sunday, do some morning fitness quickish, and then get everybody on the road on Sunday.
Yeah,
it's going to be pretty freaking fun. And spots are limited. We're looking at like 20, 25 guys.
Yeah, spots are pretty limited. There may be just a minor bit of shock value at the price.
Yeah.
You trust me and Scott have went through this. You are literally making money. I will do a breakdown.
If you sell all your stuff, you'll make money.
Yes. I will literally do a breakdown. We'll post that. on like our story or Instagram
We're
or something.
paying
at
you
some
to
point.
come to this camp.
You will literally make money coming to it because the amazing stuff that we have
And you'll get
to
some
give
cool
you. We're gonna
pictures.
hang out.
Scott will send you some pictures to
Yep.
post
Yeah.
on your Instagram throughout the year.
I'm pretty excited for it.
It's
Like
gonna be fun.
the more like when everything's starting to come together of like the things we can do.
Me hounding you for the past month is worth it.
Yeah, the things we can do. The sponsors that are like interested in
loves
helping.
it. Yeah, they're in.
The things that Sam says he can do. Like it's gonna be really freaking cool. So
Check it out.
yeah,
where are they gonna find that?
the
At?
tickets should be live. When is this gonna post?
Tomorrow?
Okay.
Or Thursday?
Tickets should be live tonight. So
Nice.
we should have
Did
a
that
link.
last night.
Yeah, I know. If there isn't a link in the bio, if there isn't a link in the description, it will be on our Instagram within the next like 24 hours.
If
So-
Angelo sends it to me, that will be the top link in the
Yeah.
description.
and then if not, but also it will be on our Instagram.
Just think train with Rich vacation style,
Yeah.
but also
With guns and bows.
guns and bows.
Guns and bows, yeah.
In Rucking, in the
Rucking.
mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful setting.
Yeah. Like we said, beginner, intermediate. You can be advanced, but
yeah, you can be advanced, but you probably aren't going to get a ton out of the hunting. You'll get it out of
Yeah.
the fellowship and the fitness, which, hey, if you're advanced and want to come hang out, come hang out.
Yeah, we don't care. It's gonna be really cool. So yeah, spots are super limited. Sign up now.
Sign up now. All right, back to
Back
regular
to it.
schedule
Back to our
program.
regular
Back to
schedule
our
program.
Angelo, what did you think of the Open?
Wait, we're talking
Workouts.
about the open?
We
We
have to.
haven't
We had to
done.
back up to go forward.
Okay.
We never
Yeah, we
did a
didn't wrap
podcast
it.
wrapping the.
What happened last week? Why didn't we do a podcast?
Angelo was gone. No.
Yeah.
We had to get ready for the 50.
Hey, come on.
We had to
I
get
wasn't
ready
gone.
for
Was
the
I gone?
50-mile run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last week was a lot of prep.
The open workouts. Honestly, the first one is the worst one to me. The first one's the worst one. Only, honestly, not because of the movements, but because of the rep scheme. I don't know who I said this to. I don't know if it was JR or Dom or who I was talking to about this. Said like good rep schemes end up sticking in your mind. Like if it was like obviously 21-15-9 just sticks out.
Right now, you saying that? I don't even. Did we do a 30 or did it go 20-40?
There was a 30.
Oh, okay.
I think.
All right. See?
A
Yeah,
good rep scheme
Because
sticks in
30
your
is
mind.
where I got to.
Yeah.
The clean, the 13-11-9-7-5, the one that Hatfield did and tied you the other day.
Oh, yeah.
That 13-11-9-7-5 that sticks out in my brain. It just is cool because of the workout that it was a part of. This trying out a new rep scheme. I hope it's not new. I hope it's a one and done. It's got to be a cool workout to go with it. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
More of a statement.
Yeah.
I think the step over was a throwaway. You could have kept it box jump
Yeah.
overs the whole time. And here's the deal: is like, I think it was a good test, minus the 66. The 18 didn't make sense to me. You could have kept it 20,
yes.
whatever. But anyway,
Gosh.
those are like.
See, I didn't
and I
even know it was
know,
18.
I know, I have a weird number
Wait, what was
thing.
18?
Yeah, exactly. It
was always jump overs
and
and
step
step
overs.
overs.
Were 18 reps.
They're always 18.
Oh, yeah.
Which you know,
See,
like-
this is my point.
I get that I
I
have.
thought you were saying there was a different rep for the box jump over and the step
No.
over. And I'm like, I did that workout totally wrong.
Scott, no. I just think the step over was meh. It didn't change the
Yeah,
stimulus
no.
enough to be like, wow, cool, we're stepping over. The 18 didn't make sense. And honestly, if you would have went, I wouldn't have minded this to go, and it doesn't make sense, but it's okay. 20, 30, 40, 60, 40, 30, 20. The 66 was just like, why?
20, 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20.
But even the 60, though, 50, I would have thought about trying to go unbroken.
That's good.
But I think 60 was like, nah. But the guys and girls that could still do it.
would.
I was just soft and a little bit of a baby. What I don't like is that it was 6 tiers to get to 66.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good.
Not good.
But that's semantics. I think
Not really.
individually
Does
each
18 go into 66?
Now 18 goes into 6.
No, isn't
See, I don't like when they're not divisible
yeah,
either.
yeah, like
Me
I'm just
either.
saying there's no way to church that up.
Yeah, no.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, it does.
18
Yeah.
goes into 66?
Cuz no, it doesn't. Oh man, somebody pull out a calculator.
No, I don't
I'm
think
not.
so.
Math is not
No, it
the
doesn't.
reason I.
It does
does
not.
not.
I was
Have a
thinking
job.
48, but that's 12, not 16.
So no, the numbers don't make sense. I mean, in my opinion, 20, 30, 40, 50, do 20 box jump overs after every one.
No.
It's fine.
Yeah. So once again, it was just kind of a throwaway. I don't mind the stimulus of the test and whatever. I think it was good. I hate it because I don't do those things. Because
I hate that it was the first workout of the Open.
Yeah, me too. It was just kind of blah and just kind of like
even the
meh, wanting to do it. But anyway, the second workout I thought was cool.
good.
I liked it from an affiliate standpoint. Having the ring was kind of a whatever. Bar would have been great there, and it was fine with the ring. I think the dumbbell snatch was just kind of meh there. I think if you make it like 40 or something like that, then you have a little bit harder of a workout. I think it was fine.
The only problem, if you do more reps, like in hindsight,
doesn't allow people to get to them.
It doesn't. I think one of the cool parts of the Open, from my perspective, is people getting their first muscle up or
Agreed.
whatever. And I don't think the people that are trying to get their first muscle up can even get to the rings if you make it more snatches.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the only negative to that.
No, I once again, that's just semantics of like the dumbbell snatch for me was just like, I'm doing them. They're not really anything. You kind of almost a throwaway movement when we talk about. And then the final workout I thought was a really good workout.
Yeah.
But in the test, make it even a front squat.
Yeah.
Or an overhead squat.
I thought
or a snatch, barbell snatch, or the one that I posted just because I liked it because you don't break parallel again.
Deadlift and
the power clean. I thought it was kind of cool. You get to get a little heavier if you're stronger. It gives you it's just more fun.
Yeah. I actually think the only thing that you really, in my opinion, that would fix it is you just take out the second set of burpees. You do 12 burpees, 12 power cleans, 12 thrusters.
I liked it. I mean,
you like the 144 burpees?
I think it's fine. We do a lot of workouts with 150.
Yeah, it's fine. But
fine.
I don't like that. It was just literally the Open is just like wall ball and burpee volume.
That's all it was.
That's all it was.
No thruster.
Yeah, the thrusters were there. The thrusters were hard.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the burpee volume because of what the wall ball volume was.
I know, but
that was more detrimental.
What are we doing with what do we do with the volume? Because then hang on, but it does matter to know the quarterfinals now. Because who are we trying to get to quarterfinals?
All right, well, that's a good transition here. Good segue.
The Open tests doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because the quarterfinals they're going to clean all this up.
They're going to clean it up. They're going to clean their act up.
I think there's a lot of. I mean,
semifinals.
Wait.
I think there's a lot.
No. Let's wait for semifinals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things happening with quarterfinals. The first thing.
You didn't sign anything, right?
Sign any? No. I'm kind of siding with CrossFit. Because this is what I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm saying this actually in a positive way. Quarterfinals is to make more money.
I agree.
Right?
Yep.
And so if we take into account they want as many people to sign up for it to make more money.
Make them easy.
Yes. Make people want to do them, which I guess the percentage, so the top 5% of people are probably the ones that are complaining about the workouts. They're going to sign up for this thing regardless.
Yep. I have my thoughts about what you're saying.
Yeah, let me just finish real quick. It's the other people that I think may not sign up depending on the workouts. That being said, the best 2,000 or whoever you need to be to get to semifinals, they're the ones that actually, people are going to piss when I say this. The ones that actually matter in that top 2,000 to get to semis are going to get there, and the others might be a little different, but sorry, you should have been better at the quote unquote easy workouts. And so from that perspective, I think the workouts kind of don't matter.
See here, that's what
they don't matter, but they do matter.
Well, that's what I.
Well, I'm in the same boat with you on that as well. I'm just saying I look at it through that.
I still want to look at a workout and be like, oh yeah, I'd do that. That's kind of cool. I look at these workouts and I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that.
I would like them to be more exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually wholeheartedly disagree with you.
Oh, good.
I
debate
because I do know that the saying
control the terms, control the argument.
The saying that, or you can use the saying others work too, but the cream rises to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. Hatfield and Roman and Hopper and Sprague, yeah, of course they're gonna go to semifinals after this and then go to the games. But what about me and JR were talking about this? Heat 1 and Heat 2 as Syndicate. Are they going to be the right people there?
They use the Open leaderboard.
They use the Open and quarterfinals, and that's their qualifier.
All those people that hated on us for using our leaderboard to get to the games.
My workouts are gonna smash them.
Well, I guess So I'm thinking about it from online semifinals perspective.
Oh,
from that lens, I can see what you're saying.
He's like, dude, my workouts are gonna crush them because all they've done is a 315 deadlift.
Yeah,
someone who's, you don't need to be strong deadlift 315
No.
for 10 reps. You can be just you can just be good at pulling.
I mean, 10 years
honestly.
ago in the open, we did 21:15.9 315 with handstand walks after the first part of the workout.
And you're doing 10 deadlifts at 315
Yeah.
Oh my god.
in the quarterfinals.
I mean, think about that.
I was talking to one of the ladies this morning who goes to the gym. She's in the 60 age bracket. They have to do bar muscle ups, which I'm cool with. Hey, them having to do it, but then also maybe have like a tiebreaker scale of like doing some burpee pull-ups so they can actually do it. I told her just practice some bar muscle ups, and then when she gets to like maybe getting close to one, start the clock.
Yeah.
And just try bar muscle ups for however long. If you hit one, go hit some dumbbell cleans. You know, dumbbell squat cleans. So, yeah, I don't know. I think at times like you look at it and for the like early on, I don't feel like they've scaled them appropriately.
The quarterfinals workouts?
Yeah.
Well,
but I mean, because they're so easy for like
the first year they were insane.
Yeah. Which I kind of like insane.
No, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But they were hard. They were really hard that first year. Because 2022
60, 50, 40, 30, 20, GHD, and pistols.
Like we do a lot. we do a lot of GHDs, and we were even like,
all right.
I was messed up.
That's
in
a
that
lot of
workout.
GHDs.
Yeah. This is 210, I think.
Gosh, was that the year I did?
You did them both.
I did the individual.
It was the same thing.
And then the team was just the same workouts. It was so bad.
So that is my argument that like, I don't know what at the semifinals that are using this as their qualifier. I don't know what Heat 1 and Heat 2 will look like because I truly do not think the same people are good at these workouts as would be good at semifinals.
They're not as
style
well
workouts.
rounded.
Yeah,
You know, like you can't. The heaviest bar they're gonna lift
and like for
is 315
on a deadlift.
dude, for a semifinal
deadlift.
athlete, like
for 10 reps.
Yeah.
Not for, you know,
it's starting to stress me out more when we talk about it.
the first workout.
Dude, last year at semifinals they did heavy Isabel. You literally do not need to even come close to snatching 225 to be able to do that. Like, we haven't tested that you can snatch 185. You 100% could be going to semifinals and be expected to do heavy Isabel. I know that won't happen this year. Most likely won't happen
This year we're
Could it not happen at the Mayhem Classic?
Heavy Randy.
Heavy Randy.
185. No, 185 Randy.
Oh my gosh.
Just wait. You laugh.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that's insane.
Can you imagine?
That's insane.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You literally don't need to even do that. You don't even need to know how to snatch 185.
Man, remember when I complained about having to do a half-mile shuttle runs, and now they're doing 10?
They listen.
Sorry, 20 total
listen.
in a workout. What is that workout even?
20 shuttle runs? What do you mean?
No.
I mean, just like the test.
I was about to read off the reps.
Yeah. Gosh, what else was I going to say? Well, I had another thought about what you were saying. I can't remember.
I think the shuttle run and the burpee on that are to me, they're too close together of a movement. Like
explain that.
Well, so the stimulus I feel from a shuttle run is not a running stimulus. It is the same
hinging.
stimulus
A
I
low
feel
back.
as a bar facing burpee.
It's a cardio hinge.
It's a
basically,
hinge with I'm out of breath and
Yeah.
it's a little bit of like I feel the hinging.
There's
The
just less shoulders than a burpee.
yeah, the only
that's it.
difference is like your upper press doesn't
Hey,
get as fatigued.
Good workout if you go 30 toes to bar, overhead squat, 30 burpee.
I think
Rest,
it's a great workout.
30 burpee, overhead squat, 30 toes to bar.
Can we talk about the fact that you can do these workouts right now too?
No, you can't. You have to wait till 2
I
p.m.
thought
Central.
you did one today.
Don't tell everybody.
People were watching.
Like
That was pretty good. I didn't even know those dumbbells were behind me.
I didn't know either. It
good.
just happened to be in the video.
again,
Did you see that?
Yeah, this goes back to
I was not doing them because, well, I'm not doing them, but I'm also not competing, so it doesn't matter.
This goes back to me saying it doesn't. I don't think it totally matters. Again, that like they're not requiring a video for this, and they're not doing the code and all that stuff.
In light of recent events, it matters.
Oh, with the chick's video.
Yeah, she
Well,
cheats to work out like a dozen times.
This is okay. Segue. This is the thing that everyone got so wrapped around the axle about the podcast when
You saying no standards and they don't matter.
right. I would like to just clarify a couple of things because I'm about to go down a similar tangent. Not at Hill or anything, just about the concept.
Hiller marked safe from Scott's rant.
I do believe in standards. I do believe the standards should be enforced. I was just arguing
The method.
maybe who should enforce the standards.
Yeah, that's
And so
true.
what a lot of people came at me for was like, hey, I'm in
800.
2,000.
I got somebody said
whatever.
I dumped on the entire Masters community because I said if you're 800 in the Masters division.
Well, someone's
Well,
like,
no,
hey,
I'm a master.
they're like, hey, I'm in the 25th percentile. Like, this matters a lot to me, whatever. I'm not saying that it shouldn't. I guess my whole point is if you go on the leaderboard, the open leaderboard, and you go that far down the leaderboard, probably almost anywhere on the leaderboard, but really that far down, it's a page of 50. There might be 2 videos.
Yeah.
So you're telling me the 25 that Hillard puts in his video are really moving the needle that much when the other 40, so the other 48 people on that page, they're moving perfectly.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we're saying. So I guess that's more so my point with that. But going to the quarterfinals thing, quarterfinals in theory is where you really should critique people, I think, on the leaderboard.
You have to have the advanced judges course.
But there's no ability to do that without the video. So that's why I'm saying at this point, who the heck cares when they do the workouts if there's not a video anyway?
Yeah.
Integrity.
Yeah,
integrity matters, Scott.
Because like personally, if I was signed up for the quarterfinals, knowing I have to work a lot over the weekend because athletes are doing and I'll be working, I would probably just do the workouts on like Tuesday and Wednesday.
You would not. You wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Seth,
you have more integrity.
Seth called me and Scott yesterday, and he was just like trying to see like when I'm doing the workouts or whatever, and asked him that video. Dude, he could not wrap his head around it. He thought we were messing with him. He thought I was like, he's like, so you gonna do them today? And I was like, no, I'm waiting till Thursday. He says, but why? I said, because you have to wait till Thursday to do them. He was like, why did they release them today? And I was like, I don't know. So you can look at them, think about it. I don't know. And he's like, well,
oh, so you need a code.
He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, so like we'll have a code or like,
no,
he's like for the video. And I was like, well, you don't have to video. He goes, wait.
It's a trip, dude.
He goes, well, how are they gonna know if I wait till Thursday?
And Seth is a perennial games athlete, and he doesn't even understand.
I said, well, you better.
It's a trip to have this conversation. I've had this conversation with so many people. It's so funny. You just start breaking it down.
Contrast to 2014.
Yeah.
Tell me this in 2014.
Oh, yeah.
What? Lunar module. I still remember that.
Yeah. I can't
remember memorable rep schemes, memorable codes.
Yes. Yeah. Lunar module.
Lift off.
Do we have a problem with there only being 4 scores?
No,
I don't.
Is that
I have
fine?
a problem with the test as a whole versus the 4 scores. If you have 4 really good workouts, you don't need more than 4.
Yeah, this is a good stage to have 4. I think 4 would be fine.
And this is a super high level critique. I don't think it really matters. This is me overthinking completely. But I think if you did the 30 toes to bar, the one I just said, you do that. You make the dumbbell snatch 40 dumbbell clean and jerk.
Dumbbell
cleans. Dumbbell clean, 40 bar muscle up, dumbbell clean, 40 strict handstand push-ups, because I think the 40 strict handstand push-ups thrown at the end of that other workout are a complete throwaway.
It's 30.
I know, but the 30 at the very end of that workout are a complete throwaway. You make that workout the row.
Not for me, they're not.
The row, clean and jerk, row, handstand push-up, a row, snatch, row, clean and jerk at 135. I think
you're okay with snatching and overhead squatting in the same competition?
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Different stimulus.
Your 3 rounds one's good too.
And then make the dumbbell one 3 rounds, and you're fine.
The deadlift
one.
Deadlift. Sorry, the deadlift one. Yeah, my brain's all messed up. But yeah, make that one.
That fixes it pretty good.
And I think, are we missing maybe a little bit? Some,
Missing
but I would
less.
say you're missing a whole lot less.
Yeah.
Having people deadlift 315 for 30 reps versus 10, at least, and fatigued, I think is way better. Yeah, that's just
my issue is that at semifinals, I imagine that the athletes at semifinals, you need to be able to proficiently snatch 225. You need to be able to proficiently clean 275. And those people may be nowhere to be found. Like the top for sure are going to be there just because they're so fit they can separate. But dude, the bottom 10 to 15 people that are making semifinals through this, you literally have no idea if they can do that.
So you're talking about at Syndicate, if the wrong people could get in?
I would think so, right?
One person comes to mind is the guy who's liver, Charles Curran, crushes the open, but heavier weights, he couldn't move them, I think a guy like him could absolutely crush this quarterfinals.
You don't know Syndicate workouts yet, huh?
It's not a shot at you, Charles. I'm just saying.
shot.
He was
across the bow.
crushing the open again this year at one point.
Yeah, he was.
Because that workout came out, and I was like, "Hey,
Who?
you remember that guy Charlie? That time he was like
Charlie?
5th in the
Grant?
world.
Oh yeah, he was the fittest guy in the gym for a while in the open.
Yeah.
He was. I don't know where he
Where's
finished.
he at now?
I don't know.
Military, I think.
Military.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
But he finished, I think, like
Mr.
10th in the
Charlie.
world on that wall ball workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fit.
Yeah, he is.
But like
amazing
135
fast.
pounds.
He is cardio fit.
Yeah.
But you're right. But he could get to semifinals. If there's Heavy Isabel, I mean, maybe like the right athletes aren't there for that.
That's what I'm saying. That is my issue with it.
Or even Isabel at like 155.
Seriously, like it could be an issue.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah, because a clean and jerk at 135 is not. Even a snatch at 135, fatigued, you might see a little separation there for somebody who's like, their one rep is not that great.
There, I will say there is enough, just barely enough high skill work to where you will get people who can do the skills asked of them at semifinals. Just barely.
The bar
skills,
muscle up
yeah.
and the
The bar
ring
muscle up
and
and the strict handstand push up and the ring muscle ups in the open.
Would you call strict handstand push up a skill?
I mean, it's more skill than
I think at that level, it's more like muscle endurance, kind of, right?
Make it a handstand walk at the end, and then you've got a real good test.
Yeah, I'm saying it is just barely the bare minimum to test skills for someone to go to semifinals.
Man,
you don't
if made
have the
that
bare minimum.
1,000 row, 200 foot handstand walk, or 150 foot handstand walk, 1,000 row, 30 clean and jerks.
I would like
That's a good
I would like to
skill
do
test.
the handstand walk with the double under deadlift workout.
Ooh, that would be
That's a
good.
one.
That was the
But
thing.
it's pretty
Ben and I.
sim-
That
yeah,
was
you
the thing
put a
Ben and I
50
came up with.
Put a 50 every,
Yeah, even
put a
if it's
50, that's
50.
450
I
feet.
tell you
for
what,
us, that's nothing.
Don't
but
make
for-
it 100 foot because that's what I
No,
did
I
when I re-engineered the open workout, and because I did the open workout on Friday of that week, and then Haley was doing it on Saturday, and I was like, well, I just did it yesterday, but I'll come up with a
instead of
16-minute workout basically, and so I did it with handstand walk, deadlift, double under deadlift, ascending weight. And the handstand walk being 100 feet each time was way too far. It was way too far.
I still kind of think that the fittest guys will make it through, though.
Yeah, I
sure.
know. It's not
For
my
sure.
argument at all.
He's not arguing the top heat, basically.
I'm arguing heat
But
1 and heat 2.
places like Syndicate that are using the open and quarterfinals as their qualifying.
I'm arguing heat 1 and heat 2. No, I'm not arguing the top 10 or 12. I think they're pretty locked up. They're just so fit they can separate in no matter the test, they can separate.
Am I wrong in thinking that 3 of the 4 workouts are just? I've said this like 4 times, but no one ever acknowledges it. So maybe I'm wrong. I want you to tell me. But 3 of the 4 of them are just grip and sprint, right? Sub 10-minute workouts. That's all grip.
Yeah, and even the
even the longer
even the long one
the
is
row. It's
right
still
at
grip.
11 or 12 minutes,
It's
maybe
grip, right?
for the tops.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
row,
You're a top.
clean and jerk, row.
I mean,
What's the last movement again? Oh, the handstand push-up.
yeah, that could be sub 10 for a lot.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
A 2K row fast is gonna be like 6:30.
I mean,
That's really fast.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's
so-
way too. No one's doing that.
Like let's just say 7 because that's an insanely fast in
Grace?
the context of that workout.
yes,
7 minutes.
7 minutes. No,
7 minutes for the row.
Sitting
Yes,
on the
yeah,
row.
7 minutes for the row, 2.5
Which-
minutes for the clean and jerks. You could be real close to 10 minutes.
But then you have 30 strict handstand push-ups still. You're already at 9.5 minutes.
But
He
most people-
Who's doing the 30 strict? Just Androsic?
One of
the
these
lens
guys?
he sees strict handstand push-ups
Actually,
through are not
yeah.
the lens you and I see them through
No,
by any means.
He might go unbroken, but it's taking longer than 30 seconds.
Okay, sorry, sub 11 for sure.
We need Noah
There
Olsen
we
to do
go.
it.
That's
So yeah, you get somebody like Noah
yeah.
or Nick Azor
That's
with his
fair.
handstands out
Yeah.
here, because there's nobody videoing. Sorry,
At
Nick.
least he's
Shot.
waiting till Thursday
I love you,
after
Nick.
too. He was the one that yesterday he asked me. He goes, "Hey," he like called me over. He was on a bike. He goes, "Hey, so can I do these yet?" I go, "No, you got to wait till Thursday." He goes, "Why?" I go, "It's just the rules."
Are there
dude."
floor layouts?
No. Well, and even if there was, the scorecards are out. You
And
can download
even
the
if there
scorecard
were floor layouts, who checking the floor layouts?
on your
on your
video you
videos.
didn't
Yeah,
take.
true. I think
Sorry,
I think they
Oh, we're gonna get
to play
I'm gonna
devil's
get in big
advocate. I
trouble
think
for
they
this.
probably released them.
I wish
They
we were
released
this
them for
year.
the affiliates.
But I think they could have done what they did before and done the floor layout with the exact implement that's in the spots, so the affiliate can plan. Like you don't know the workout, but you're like, okay, I need a rower here. I need a
Yes.
wall that's 10 feet from the rower.
Yeah. See, the thing is, there is no floor
Or if
layout.
you don't want a floor layout, you could
just
release
put those
the equipment.
a picture.
Yeah.
A picture of like event 1, and you have a picture of a GHD and a rope. And then event 2, you have a picture of a dumbbell and a rower.
Or release the workouts and have a code.
I do like the workouts. I'll say that.
Do you really?
I think, yeah.
I'm really upset by them. I wasn't.
You don't.
I'm unnecessarily.
You don't like the workouts.
I'm unnecessarily upset.
I am really.
It probably
really
isn't
upset.
that big of a deal, but they really upset me.
Here's the biggest thing. I guess this is the biggest thing, in my opinion. So along with the people that you're kind of saying that almost don't matter in the grand scheme of the CrossFit Games, I want to talk about that because they, in the open, we gave them.
Hey, I just want to preface. I'm the participation trophy guy, so all these people that claim I said they didn't matter, they do matter. They're so important.
I love that somebody's called you a participant.
I'm talking about the top.
Wow, participation trophy guy.
Yeah,
because you could not be farther from it.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Anybody
about
on this podcast can not.
I'm talking about the top 30. That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and I only care about the top 10 of those top 30. So if you think I'm wrapped around the axle about 1900th to wherever 2050th, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not losing sleep over that.
Here's the thing. In the open, we gave people the opportunity to get their first chest to bar and or get their first ring muscle up. Awesome. I think that's great. That's great for the open. Why can't we do? Everyone likes
and
to
get
do
rhabdo the first week.
And get rhabdo the first week, which I did get.
Which I did too.
But people, correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't think any of you will. People like to move a heavy barbell. The deadlift workout is a good example.
They love to lift heavy.
The barbell, the dump deadlift workout is a good example of something they were trying to do. If they continued to build like 365, then 405, like a couple reps, dude, I think that would be really cool. People would want to do like get a single at 405, and that's like, hey, in quarterfinals I PR'd my deadlift, or even if it's a clean and jerk or a snatch, like. We haven't given people that opportunity to like build up to a heavy, not a heavy single, but a heavy new.
I think if you have if you have less than 7 or 8 events in your test, if you have a 1 rep max, you've completely screwed your scoreboard.
You're only halfway listening, I can tell.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's not what I was saying.
I know, but I'm just saying. That was just like.
I agree.
When that
he didn't offer anything valuable. He just said words.
So good. I just said that there should be the deadlift workout is a good example of what they were trying to do, and ascending weight, going up to something heavy, and giving people an opportunity to maybe hit a new PR. But they didn't do it well.
Oh.
It should go to 365 and then to 405, or not do it deadlift, do it with clean and jerk or something where you build up, you let everyone play for a while, just like the ring muscle up workout, and then you get
you separate the men from the boys.
You separate the men from the boys. But also it gives the people like, oh, I'll sign up for quarterfinals. Like that's a great atmosphere for me to try to like PR.
Yeah.
The same thing with the ring muscle up.
The thing people like doing are those skills, like the hero moments for the average person. Is like doing the ring muscle up, something like that, and lifting heavy weight.
Yes.
People love lifting heavy weight.
So people want to do it. It's a good test. Why are we like not doing it?
Yeah.
I'm getting more frustrated the more we talk about it because I wasn't that frustrated at first. I really wasn't. But now the more I think about it, I'm getting more frustrated.
I see your point with the early heats at the semifinals, but I just
couldn't care less.
I don't disagree with any of your points. I just don't care. It kind of is what it is. Like I do wish they were more exciting.
I just hate them because I hate them.
I like watching.
I have no real. I
like watching like really fit athletes at our gym do crazy stuff.
Yeah,
and they still will, but it's just not as cool as not
as obvious.
I do hate. I loathe entirely.
Hate, double hate.
Hate. Choose your own adventure.
Oh, I do too.
Gosh, I hate that.
Me too bad.
Oh, it's so bad.
And here's why. Because if you're not great at bar muscle ups, you can hide the skill by doing a lot of them early and not really get fatigued by the dumbbell.
Yep.
And that is exactly what we're trying to avoid. We want to see people who can do high skill so they get to the next stage. The right people get to the next stage. The strict handstand push-up even is a good example. you're really fatigued, and then you do a skill.
Yeah, I wish
That's
I could
fine.
mix those in throughout the workout.
Exactly. I
Sprinkle
dust them
4
in.
here, 4 here,
Yeah.
2 here,
Yeah.
1.
Dust those in as I get fatigued. And then
Yeah, if you let me do sets of 5 or 10, it's a totally different experience for me than having to do 30 in a row.
Yes, 100% yes. Todd was saying, what if it was just 80? He thought before he read the workout originally, he's like, I thought it was just 80 squat cleans and
into 40 bar muscle-ups, which I like.
Holy crap,
I like
that's
that.
hard. I do like that. That's so hard.
That's actually how I read it the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not that I think that is totally necessary, but like 4 rounds of 20 and 10. Same workout, probably better stimulus because you end up having to do the bar muscle-ups fatigued. Totally fatigued, not like kind of.
Yeah, no, you're messed up.
You're messed up when you're doing that last set.
Maybe dangerously. Even if you went 40, 40, 40. 40 cleans, 40 muscle up, 40 clean.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Still a good workout.
I just don't like that you can front load all your
or
bar
4 rounds
muscle-ups.
of 20 and 10.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
I know.
I like that.
But I'm just saying. Like,
Yes. That's it. What else have we got?
50-mile run.
Rich ran
Oh, yeah,
for 24
oh my
hours.
gosh,
oh,
I
you
kept-
ran for 24 hours too.
How did
don't
my
know.
legs forget?
Your knees
Because I'm still limping.
your knees haven't forgotten.
Oh, they haven't.
How did this come to be? We talked about it before on the podcast.
I don't really know how
Well,
it came to be.
over the
we were
weekend-
sitting in a meeting and we were like, hey,
It sounds cool.
we need to do really hard things every
Yeah.
once in a while. Like, I'm all for that. Like, I train for the pursuit.
Train for the pursuit.
Train for a pursuit. Train
Hey.
for something. I've been kind of preaching that message, even if it's quarterfinals. Train for something, have something to train for, have a target, right? And so we were like, let's do and I feel like I do these challenges of things I enjoy relatively. Like I like riding my mountain bike. When you do it for 100 miles and try to do it fast, it makes it not fun. We do 12-hour ride or a 24-hour ride. It's still, you're like doing something fun, and it becomes unfun, but then fun again type deal.
Yeah.
Running is never fun for me, and it's definitely not fun for 24 hours. So I was like, Lockhart and Dre and all these guys just run all the time now. So I'm like, let's give them a bone, because they always like, I can't do the mountain bike. I just can't do it, whatever. And so we just ran for 24 hours.
I kind of almost hate to admit.
Sorry, I moved forward in one direction for 24 hours. I did not run for 24 hours.
I hate to say that Ben filmed me towards the end. I was really at a low point. I was hurting bad. He filmed me. I was my second to last lap. I thought it might have been my last lap, and that was my low, unfortunately, because I walked like the whole lap. It was the only time I had to walk an entire lap. Even when we were together, we jogged some.
Very little,
but I had to walk the entire thing. I could
The
not
last
do.
one?
No, the second to last one. That was my low. Other than that, I kind of enjoyed it. I don't know why. I kind of enjoyed it a lot. Other than my heel was bruised like crazy from just the same shoes.
I would like
pounding
it.
on
I didn't do it. I filmed it, but I would enjoy participating, I think, in the run more than the row.
Yeah, me too, for 100%.
Because I like running.
I like running way more.
I think more than rowing, but definitely outside.
Yeah, definitely on a trail outside.
I'm not
was
saying
fun.
it's easier. I think it's harder because you're having to support your
Pounding.
body weight and the pounding and all that.
But I enjoy it.
If on a relative scale of fun, I think that would be more fun.
If
for
I
me.
would have trained for this, I would have had a blast.
Yeah.
I would have had so much fun.
If you just said that to me at 6 a.m., I would have. I think I did say I would have rather rode.
Yeah.
After it was over, I think I would have rather run.
Really?
It was very
because you get
bleak.
to be outside and
To be
everything.
outside. I mean, and man, it's so funny what happens at night with people.
It was
It's
bleak
Dude,
at
People
night.
get weird.
You guys kind of went to sleep for a little
Well,
bit.
so let me just paint the
hold
picture.
on. Yeah, well,
From
let
my
me back it up even farther. So
yeah, for when we started.
we did a traditional. Usually we start these challenges at like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
and then you finish at 8 a.m. We started at noon before.
Well,
for
Amarillo
starts
does
at
noon
noon,
to noon.
which I kind of like. And then Malone said he did one, and they started at 6. And I kind of liked the idea that, one, to get more people to participate, we started at 6 so people could get off work or whatever
Yeah,
they were doing, or Friday.
Because it
get
was
there at
Friday to
6,
Saturday.
and then finish at 6, and then you go
That makes
straight to
sense,
bed,
too.
right?
You really go straight to bed because you just walked up.
I
your
walked to
driveway.
my house. I left
Yeah.
everybody. I was like, I tried to find some people to say goodbye, and when I couldn't find them, I Irish goodbye. I was like, I'm out. I don't want to see
When
it.
I came back from that last lap and you weren't there, I go, oh shit, did he go back out?
No.
I was like, I asked,
didn't have
I was like, did
time,
Rich go
and-
back out?
Uh-uh.
I'm like, I know he didn't want to, but then
If-
I was forced to, so I thought maybe he felt like
If
he
I
had
hadn't
to.
have done that parade lap with Austin to like
Yeah,
help
yeah,
him,
yeah.
I might have had time.
I was
not doing it.
I was so okay. Sorry, go back.
And and I could not go down bailout one more time. Dude, my knee was hurting. Anyway, back up. Squirrel. So we started at 6 p.m. I think in hindsight, 3 p.m.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
3 p.m. start. It gets people
that.
on a Friday, whatever. You don't lose the whole weekend. You get daytime lap, and then the night.
And then the night hits.
Austin's reasoning for that was good because he never saw the top trail until like 7 a.m.
Yeah, me either.
But anyway, yeah, the night hit. So for filming, we basically had like each of you got a lap where we could get footage of daytime, and then it was nighttime. So once we got our nighttime stuff, we hung out for a little bit, and then it was like a little after midnight, went to bed, and I was going to wake up at like 4:30 or 5. When I went to bed, so we slept back here in the studio because we were going to be the only people back here, turned all the lights off.
Bird,
everyone.
Watkins.
No, it was supposed to be.
Kidding.
It was supposed to be me and Jeff. I'm getting there. So
Ben.
So the lights in the barn were on. Everyone is up, talking, hanging out. And I do know how these things go from doing the row. Like, it gets quiet, but usually it's like we're still up and around. I wake up in the morning, and I'm using my phone to, like, I'm trying not to wake up Jeff. I'm using my phone to, like, find my way out of the studio. And I'm getting glimpses, and I'm hearing, like, there's people in here. And I'm like, there shouldn't be people sleeping in the studio. And I don't know who the people are. And I open up the door to go to the barn, and all the lights are off, and I could hear a pin drop.
It was so quiet.
And everyone's sleeping. And I was like, did everyone quit? Or, like, what's going on? I find Lockhart. He's waiting to switch with Foster.
Was I awake or no?
You were.
I mean, was I out there or not? I never slept.
You were on that
You
cot.
were laying
on a pad.
You were laying on the pad, but I didn't see you. You were just there, and I didn't. But I find Lockhart, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm waiting for Foster and Dre to come in." And I said, "Oh, well, like, where's Ben?" He said, "Oh, he quit like 5 hours ago." I was like, "Jake, I went to bed 4.5 hours ago." He's like,
he followed you to bed, basically.
He's like, "Well, that must have been the last lap he ran." And so Dre starts running.
I gotta get to mine in a minute.
Well, Dre says there's some discrepancy in your story.
We'll get to that in a
way,
second.
So go ahead.
I'll clear my name.
We'll get to that in a second. But Dre was running with Foster and basically just doing like ghost. He was just team of 3 at that point
because Dre was partners with Ben.
But then Rich is like, hey, I can't run anymore. I'm only walking the rest of the way. I've been walking the last couple laps.
Oh, yeah, you start freaking out.
So I'm like, well, shit, I got 1 lap of footage of him running, and now that's it. That's all I have. And but then the sun came up, and everyone rallied. All of a sudden, everyone's running, whatever. But
at 4 a.m., if everybody would have been like, hey, 12 hours, I'm out. I probably would have joined and jumped on that crate.
Ben was asleep in here, Watkins was asleep in here, and Bird was asleep in here. And Bird and Watkins at least were a whole team. So they just shut it down.
Quit together.
Yeah,
they shut it down
for a few hours.
I need to know in the comments, like there does need to be like a leeway, like a transition period of like 5 to 10 minutes is, I feel like, I'm used to these mountain bike races where you're rolling as you take the baton, right?
Yeah.
And so to me, what I would do is I would lay down for a minute and I would try to sleep. And I never once got to full sleep. Like I laid down for an hour 2 or 3 times. And what I would do is I'd start to kind of get close to dozing off, and then I'd like get that panic of like,
oh no, it's almost
coming, he's coming. And I don't want to have to put my shoes back on. So I would get up and I'd put my shoes on and I would put whatever clothes I was going to wear, because I'd usually take off the shorts that had the liners in them and put just regular shorts so I could air out a little bit. And so I'd put my clothes back on. I'd leave my shoes on. I'd lay with my feet off the cot or pad. Yeah. And then as soon as Austin came in, I would take off.
Yep.
Like there was no like
nothing. That's what we did too.
And so, but then like some people were like, AJ's like, I'm taking an hour.
Yeah, they're like hanging out together.
Watkins and Bird are like
sleeping together.
We're going to take 4.5 hours off.
Yeah.
And I think it's more towards the 5.5, 6 hours off. And then the next day they're like, oh yeah, Bird's hammering laps right now. And I'm like,
he was.
I got a full 8 hours. 6 hours off,
He was impressive.
He was running hard.
Well, the funny thing was Watkins was
I did take Bird's shoes. So I wore the Vivos for the first
probably 12 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah.
And man, these trails are just too rough. Like there's rocks everywhere. Yeah. I was just not.
That one is so bad.
Oh, coming down Bailout, man.
was tough.
And so what's crazy is that trail on the mountain bike is the better one. And that trail on the mountain bike is the worst one.
Yeah.
This one was infinitely worse than this one.
It got to be worse. This one,
This one was enjoyable. You just almost like you couldn't run. I mean, you could run in some spots,
but there was a lot of
this
walking.
one reminds me of is Sam's in Colorado. Every morning we wake up and we head out like 5:15, and you just hit that climb.
Everyone that comes to hunt camp will see that climb.
Yeah, if you come to hunt camp, you'll see that climb.
Yeah, well that's what that felt like because you just climb for the first 15 minutes or so.
Hog's back,
and then you can start like running.
Yeah.
You're talking about
you front load the work here. I feel like,
true.
And then you just kind of
and then you can start in the My problem with run out there was that was what initially got my heel to hurt. It's because I was like side hilling.
Sideways. Yeah.
You're like side hilling a little bit. So I'm like, F that, I'm walking. It's freaking killing my heel. But there were some parts like the downhills you could kind of trot.
When it got dark though, that is you can't take out the night.
No, it's
people get scared in the nighttime.
I actually never did get scared at all.
I saw an armadillo once.
I actually really enjoyed running alone at night. Like I was just listening to podcasts and stuff. I
just listened to
running through the woods.
Covenant of War,
and
then Song of War, and then when the sun started coming up, I did a lap or two with some worship music. It was pretty awesome, actually.
I had a great time.
Listen to some Jesus music. It was a good mental, spiritual
Man, it's crazy. Cool. I actually had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
so weird.
I hated my life. I hated. I was
You were in a bad way at 6 o'clock.
It was the hardest.
On Rory.
It was the hardest thing I'd ever done till 6 o'clock in the morning, and then it
the second wind when the sun came up. Oh my gosh! I slammed a C4.
But then about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I was like, I'm
over
done.
it.
I don't want to do this anymore. So I think the 3 o'clock would be good.
It actually, obviously, this isn't as cool.
And I really wasn't that tired. Like my body, I was in a weird, man. I was like,
I don't know. I
was like hammered drunk all night.
Yeah. I started to fall asleep like in between my last few laps, like not falling, like passing out, I should say. Like I was just like sitting in the chair, like scrolling on my phone or something. I was just, whoa. I'm like, all right, I need to stand up.
Gosh, I wish you guys were awake and had video of just Austin. A couple of times when I'd walk in, he'd be in that zero gravity chair, but he wasn't reclined. He was just sitting there, and he looked like
he was just staring.
He looked like dark, like Sidious.
Yeah. He looked rough when he was running.
Yeah,
he looked way worse than you.
He looked worse than me.
Yeah,
man, I was limpy McLimperson for sure.
Yeah, it's because when he looks good, his running doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good, but he's fast.
He's throwing his arms in front of him like an animated angry person, and then once he got fatigued, he was limping. He was like grimacing. He just.
Yeah, his face, he scared me. When he was coming around some bends, I'd see him like, I don't want to get near him.
He had these tights on with these pants that were like you in 2012 that were down past his knee.
When they were in.
Yeah, it was the craziest thing.
Yeah.
And his arms are so long too, and they're just.
That was hard.
It was really hard.
It was really freaking hard. It was something I needed to do, but now my knee really hurts. So I'm going to go get an injection tomorrow.
My ankle's in rare form. Like it won't heal. Every time I put a shoe on, it hurts it more. Ben, clear your name.
Thank you. I need the floor for about 3 minutes.
You have the floor.
Soapbox.
Right. Okay, so I've heard different angles of this.
All right. Let's go with the wins first. Okay.
You didn't have
No, I'll finish with the wins. Make myself feel better.
No, go start with the wins.
Okay, wins. I did do 20 miles, and total work time was about 3:45.
The Widowmaker missed you by an inch.
The Widowmaker.
Oh, yes. Bro, let's not.
Were you there? That is actually the craziest
thing. Did you see it?
Yes.
Man, because I was even thinking about it, because we've had a lot of ash trees fall in the last probably year and a half.
Ash trees.
Ash trees. Watch your mouth on this podcast. Ash trees. And I'm like, man.
Which means they're like dead.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I wonder if someone's going to, like, what are the odds someone falls on somebody, you know? I was like, nah.
Ben's first lap.
Dude, first lap. We're running. Ben's probably 50 yards ahead of us, and I hear boom.
Yeah, I felt the ground move.
This tree limb was 20 feet long, and it missed Ben by 3 feet tops.
It was maybe 5 to 10.
It looked like you were dead.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was baffled.
Go ahead.
That did get kind of washed away because it was like the first lap.
Yeah.
Anyways, the win, did 20 miles, 3 hours, 45 minutes work time. Felt really good. And then
work time with rest in between.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So I did this lap, and I did it I did that lap, and I did it in like 32 or 33 or something. And well, Dre had just done 28 on it.
Oh, that's so fast.
That's really fast. And he goes, dude, you have to slow down. He's like, we can't keep doing this. And we had like 15 minutes on the Jakes at that point. I was like, yeah, I'm about to. I was planning on walking through the night, just to save myself, because I knew when the sun comes up, that's when everybody gets all spry again. And so, anyways, he does this lap. I don't know how fast it was. Maybe mid-30s, late 30s. Anyways, and then I go out and I run all the way until bell out, right? And I was like, screw this, I'm walking it. So I walk. And then, you start doing the switchbacks. And then I was like, well, I'm just going to walk these too. What's the point? It's dark time. I'm chilling.
There's no point in running the switchbacks.
Right. I was like, I'm going to chill. And so I get in, and like 5 minutes before I get in, Dre goes, what's wrong? And I said, nothing.
He called you.
Yeah, he called me. Yeah,
I have all this on camera.
He's like, what's wrong? I was like, I'm walking. He's like, why? I said, you said to slow it down, and it's nighttime now. It's this like midnight. And he's like, or it's like 11. And he goes, he said, you can't pull a 50-minute lap. And I was like, yes, I can. Everybody's going to be doing this, Anyways, I get back, and he's upset.
He was upset.
And he goes out and he runs, and then he runs this one. And then he comes back in, and he did 35 minutes on that lap. And I told him, I was like, dude, I'm walking. I'm not like running this. Like my hips were starting to hurt, like that fatigue was starting to set in. And so I walk it. And then he calls me again, like he's texting me on the trail, and he's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, dude, I told you I'm walking. He told me to do 45 minutes. I got back exactly 45 minutes. And he was like, are you going to be able to run at all? And I was like, well, no, I'm not running. I'm just not going to run. He goes, should I just go 1-to-1 with like the Jakes? And I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, let me just recover for a little bit. I was like, and then like I'll, maybe I can try to run for you again. And I come back here to lay down. Same thing you were saying. I thought it was just you guys back here, and I thought you were here.
Hey, bird walkers were already in here.
Yeah. So I actually.
Okay, what time was that at?
Let me back up. So I'm sitting in a chair.
They are liars.
I'm sitting in the lap for Jake's, or for Dre's. He's going again. That was after my 6. He was starting 7. I'm sitting in the Normatec chair, and I brought the boots, and the only plug-in is in the bathroom, so I'm like next to the bathroom. And dude, it's so funny because Rich gets his porta potties.
Yeah, and nobody used them.
Nobody uses them. And so
I'm gonna put caution tape on there.
Oh, and also, I got back up a little more.
I used them already.
Scott,
I used them.
When I left that 6th lap, the lights were on. People were like mingling up and down, walking, talking. I came back from that 45-minute lap.
Dead.
All the lights were out. It's quiet. People are sleeping, and I'm like, oh no, everybody's. And I'm like, everybody's gonna walk now, or like everybody's just dead,
So in hindsight, I told them to leave the bathroom light on to keep some light in there. Yeah. Next year we need to put like some like Christmas lights or something in there to keep some light. But yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm sitting in the normal, and my thought is I'm gonna put these boots on, let my legs flush a little bit, so I can try to give it a good effort of running. And I'm laying there, and of course I'm getting sleepy. I'm like kind of dozing it out. But dude, people are just blowing up that bathroom, and that you can smell it, you can hear it. I mean, I'm sitting there for like 4 cycles of people going there just pooping, and I was getting fed up.
I would
with
not.
It. I will say
I would not shit in that bathroom because I knew there were so many people hanging.
I did it. I pooped in the porta potty.
I didn't go pooping for 24 hours.
I went to the porta potties because I knew that's what they were for.
Yeah.
So you can hang out in the barn and I smell like freaking crap.
Dude, well, I'm 3 from the door, and I hear everybody going there blowing it up. I hear Austin.
Oh, you're hearing poop sounds too? Are you hearing poop sounds?
Oh yeah, you can hear everything. Because it's so quiet in the barn.
Yeah.
And so you
hear the door close. You hear.
And then they come out, the light is on. They left the light on, but dude, the smell is just coming out. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm going to go lay down in the back and try to recover.
They walk out of there in front of those faces like,
no one going there for a while.
And so I come back in here.
It's just
this is at 2 in the morning. I waited till 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, no, I'm just going to go find a cot, lay down, and maybe I'll rally. And so I'm coming in here, and I guess, I don't know if they're both in here, because I didn't even know Mike was in here.
They were both in here.
Yeah, they were both in here. But yeah, I'll just like, I'm hearing somebody snore back here.
Apparently that was me.
I don't know who it was. And then like there's a body over here and there's a body over here. And I'm like, man, people are just going to come here and crash out, whatever. And yeah, and so I'm laying here. And the same thing at 5 o'clock in the morning, Scott gets up and he comes back in. He goes, dude, I don't know what we're going to do. Everybody's dead.
Yeah, like, Scott was, dude, the like panic on Scott's face. And I was like, bro, I'm giving you all I got. Like this, I was in a dark, dark place.
And so I get up I go in there and same thing. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I see, and Rich is laying on the pad, and you're like, your arms are by your sides and your feet are out, and you're just staring, and you're going, this should have been 12 hours. And then Rory shows up, and you like popped off on him for smiling.
Rory pissed me off with his like.
What did he do?
Well, he just exactly what you said. Where people
He's like, hey, what's going on,
hey
guys?
guys, he like runs
Having
2
fun?
hot laps and act like, oh yeah, this is blah blah blah. Oh man, yeah. I almost need to like we did the whole where we do the Bible study thing on Saturday. We had people come out, and if they wanted to come out and hang out on Saturday and do a lap, no. If you're not doing the 24 hours, you can't come hang out.
You're in or you're out.
Yeah. I don't want your like bubbly self here.
Your
and
pity lap with me.
Yeah. Or even like, you're walking and somebody comes flying by you and they've only done one lap or that's their first lap. But the rage I had to pick up a rock and just chuck it at them as they ran by. Somebody that was faster than me doing 24 hours. Fine.
Dude.
Fine.
And, Taylor and her partner.
Flying.
One, they were flying. They were like sitting next to me. They would immediately come back, wake the person up. They'd come out of the sleeping bag and go run. And that other person would crawl in the sleeping bag and go to bed.
The same bag?
The same bag. Just
that's sick.
It was crazy. And then you would hear, whoever it is, you would hear the like faint like sleeping noises, snoring a little bit.
They were
5 minutes later.
She likes pain
more
than anyone I've ever met. Not because you've got like ultra marathoners who can do that, and you've got like lifting people who can do any kind of pain that she can possibly find.
It's impressive.
It is crazy.
Hey, at the end of this race, the next day at like 5:30, she said that the 5-minute echo bike was worse than this that she did.
Oh my!
The amount of pain she put herself in.
Oh my god!
She loves 2 minutes.
She loves.
Well, last year it was
They've done
5.
I think the weekend before she did some 24-hour challenge.
Dude,
she said that was hard. That was way harder than this. Or the desert one she did. I don't know if it's the same thing.
Waking up and going to sleep within 5 minutes of their lap.
That's impressive.
So impressive.
She also did the 24-hour row by herself. Said she sat on the rower for
22 hours.
For 22 hours of the 24-hour row.
And she held like a really incredible pace, right?
Yeah, I mean for what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my.
Another thing that went to my decision of DNFing was when I was laying in here and I was like, well, Dre's already gone, probably, or already back, probably. So I missed my chance to go. And then I needed to coach T-ball the next day. And Dre said he was going to pull a double when I went to do that. But I thought, well, now he's not probably going to do it. He's just going to 1-to-1 with them. So I was like, well, I'll just take my L.
You got cozy.
Yeah, I got mentally cozy.
Mentally. Yeah, I was stressed though because we have like
the panic on Scott's face when he walked out. It wasn't panic, sorry. It was shame. Scott was looking at us all like, what is going on out here? I could just that feeling from Scott where you're just like, man, this is all I got, and he's just, it's not enough.
I'm the participation trophy guy.
Yeah.
I'm just
I can't
happy
wait
you all
to have
showed
some
up and tried.
mental pump-up sessions with Charlie when he gets to 15 or 16. I'm like, hey, your dad loves you.
It's probably the same feeling like when Scott's handling, there's this file on our computer, this graphic file that always works for him but never works for us. And me and Frank will be so frustrated about to throw our computer through the wall. And Scott will go, I have no problems at all. I'm like, you've got the $6,000 supercomputer. I'm on my 2017 MacBook. Of course you don't have problems.
Now.
I do now. I'm talking about before we did
so
that.
Scott, just the condescension, I could just feel it. He's like, well, I guess we're not going to get any hybrid footage. I guess we're not, whatever. I guess this hybrid launch is going to get pushed back again. So just shame. I could feel it. So good.
I was stressed.
I've never even felt that shame from my own father.
I was staking a lot on the footage I was getting this weekend.
I wish you guys could have seen them from my perspective when you said, "Hey, Angel's back there running," because I came up running up on you guys. Him and Jeff, I mean, full panic, like, oh my gosh, it's happening. They're all like, they scatter into the woods and back out. And
this was their first lap out after they came out of here.
I knew Rich was trying to really turn it on for me though, because this is before you knew you were going to start feeling better. So you were walking that first lap as the sun's coming up. And when you saw us, you're like, hey, I'm going to run for a second for you. And I'm like, hey, I'm good. Starts walking immediately. But then whenever we got our footage, but then we got back here, you're like, hey, we ran the rest of that lap.
Yeah.
So that's when you started to feel better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, thank God. Like
this thing might salvage this anyways.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm riding on Dre, Foster, and Lockhart for people running. You were running, I think, at that point too.
My body felt the same from about 4 a.m. till 6 p.m., but like my mind came back.
Yeah.
It was
so weird. You go out on a lap and it was so horrible. You go out on a lap and it was great. You go out on a lap, it was horrible.
Yeah, well, the wave was so the first like 800 meters, you're like, no, I can't do this.
I'll never run again.
And then you start running again. You're like, okay. And then you finish. You're like, I could do another lap.
It's so
And then
weird.
as soon as you go back on that next lap, you're like, I can't run another lap. It was so bizarre,
weird.
Man.
It
was
like
it was trippy.
It's like it was like Forrest Gump, breaking the braces.
My feet, gosh, my feet hurt so bad.
Everyone did impress me a lot though. I thought Lockhart and Foster were gonna break much sooner. I guess they didn't really. Like Lockhart rallied and he was running good laps at the end. Yeah. So he was impressive.
Really Jake Sparks,
so good,
and his partner were probably the most impressive.
Well, they're the most impressive, but I expect
runners,
that.
Yeah,
but like Foster, Lockhart, I didn't expect that.
But that's all they do. Like
right,
Foster
but I
runs
still
like a pretty respectable marathon.
Yeah.
Lockhart only runs. He CrossFits 3 times a year when the Open comes around.
Yeah.
The reason
Jake said Foster does a 3-hour trail run every weekend too.
Oh wow.
I don't expect that out of them though, because usually in those situations, I feel like they just don't have that like extra gear.
Yeah,
but they did.
Apparently,
Foster's a pretty good athlete.
Foster carried him through the night, like just running the laps, and Jake fell off, I think, to like 50s or hours or something.
And then they flip-flopped.
Yeah, and the next day, Jake like turned it on, was running 30s again.
Yeah,
I don't feel bad about my 50s and my hours then.
No,
this was about right at under an hour through the night, and that was 50. And then I got this one down to like mid 40s, and that one down to like
if anything,
low 40s.
That's good confidence building for the Ironman, because you know you can always travel that distance.
Yeah.
Without being fully a cripple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You can definitely traverse that distance. How do you think the road is going to differ? Do you think it's going to be a little better, like
I'm
road
going to get
running?
some more shocky shoes for sure. What were you going to say? What were you giggling about back there?
I was laughing because everyone always says it's a nutrition competition as much as is a running, and I definitely overfueled, I think, because after the first 2 laps, I had like 3 donuts and bunch of candy, 3 Gatorades, and dude, and that pub sub, I was so full, I felt like I was gonna puke on the.
There were a couple laps where
I was so bloated too. I could feel the bloat.
I started out doing that. I had those Gatorade cans. I had some Reload. I would alternate. Like if I wanted to make a shake, I would use Reload. If I didn't, I would just use a Gatorade can, and they're about 24 grams of carbs. The retro cans. Yeah, those are cool. Then I ate like 3 Chick-fil-A sandwiches, just plain sandwiches. I had 1 donut. I did have a Huma gel at one point, like a big one, and then I took some of the smaller ones early on, and then I had like 4 of Jeff Cole, Sweetheart Jeff Cole, chocolate-covered almonds at some point. Honestly, I didn't really have that much caffeine either.
Usually during those 24-hour things, this one even more so than the row probably, I try to eat just like normal food.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying
as long as you can.
Yeah, like whole foods.
Yeah.
Because my stomach gets all twisted when I'm eating candy and like all kinds of sugar and stuff.
The intensity just wasn't there.
That's why I think the row would actually be hard. Like it's easier for me to eat doing like lower intensity than the high intensity of the row.
The only thing about the running is that it jars around your stomach a little bit.
Fitness-wise, the row is harder.
Probably for sure.
I think.
Yeah.
This was like my intensity. Even walking up switchback would get to like 140. 145. When I would run, I would be like, there was a couple times I was in the 160s.
I also think we're doing the row at like relative to rowing, like a more elite level.
Yeah,
like
closer, heck yeah, I'm not elite in running.
Yeah, like this is more like leisure.
When I was walking, and I was like, when I say walking, you were moving. I was walking fast at like a 15-minute mile pace.
Yeah, I was trying to step.
With intention, and my heart rate would be like 120, mid 120s.
Because there's so much elevation too. Like you're always walking up or down a hill. Basically.
Gosh, downhill sucked so bad.
How'd the ring do on everything? Like
good.
Battery?
It was pretty accurate. I think it's like over 100,000 steps, which sounds about right.
Yeah, let me pull up the graphic. I think it was 65,000 steps on Saturday,
and then like 33,000 or 35,000 the next day.
Yeah,
it was. I think it did good. It didn't track any sleep, which was true.
You didn't have to charge it in 24 hours?
That's good.
And I wore the Garmin watch just so I knew the paces, just because I want to get used to knowing that. But yeah, man, it was a mental, physical, spiritual experience. But it was funny watching people on the trail. Like, you'd pass them in the dark and their eyes are just like wide, but also dead on the inside. Like, you could just see their soul in there.
Yeah.
Everyone was worried about wild animals out there too.
So worried.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what
Bird was like.
Yeah, I don't know what animals they were worried about, but
I really just never got worried about anything, which was nice. I just was pretty happy out there.
Only that snake that me and Angelo came across. And I wasn't scared. I was just startled.
Definitely startled.
Watkins was so funny too because he came out so hot. And then he was like barely able to walk by the end, and
which
also
would then help Bird.
The context of him saying he's going to chase down Austin on the Ironman.
Oh, is that what he says?
You didn't hear that?
Oh
so
that's so bad.
Watkins told Austin if he sees him on that run, if they get to the run and he sees him on the run,
Austin's a good runner.
He's gonna put it in another gear and he's gonna blow his doors off.
There's no way.
And I'm like, Watkins, like
there's nothing Watkins can do to burn anybody's.
He doesn't have another gear.
No.
Like, to his benefit for a long event, he can just keep going, but there's no more gears he can turn to. Whatever speed he's going is what he's got.
Were you in there when we were doing that workout yesterday, the sandbag thing yesterday?
No.
And
so we did 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Sled push sandbag, or sled push hand over hand sled pull to warm up, just kind of move. Like I was yesterday, I'm just like, all right, I gotta move.
Wait, Watkins did that last night with Bird.
I heard.
He did it twice. Yeah.
But anyway, so then
he's got to help the old man out.
I was like, hey, let's lift this 200-pound sandbag back and forth over the yoke, thinking like, strength, get 5 a minute, something like that, just move it. He came out as soon as the sandbag would hit the ground, he'd grab it and pick it up.
Oh yeah.
And grab it and pick it up, and I was like, oh. And so I just went with him, and we were like, for about 3 minutes, I'm thinking,
you're nonstop.
No, this is not this. Like,
it's
maybe Watkins, maybe he does a lot of sandbags, so maybe I'm, and then
explosion.
Yeah, he just like he's walking away, like stumbling around drunk, and I'm like, thank God, which then helps me. So then every time it gets over the yoke, I pick it back up and put it over it.
I love a good snowball.
One day
I'm never on the right end of it.
We did that workout, a workout similar with sandbag over the yoke. I was using the 250. He was using the 200.
Oh, that's not fair.
It was not fair.
Hey,
he's like, I just can't pick up the 250. I'm like, that's fine, whatever. But we're still close enough to where we were kind of racing, and it was really pissing me off.
Can I just say something about sandbags? Because we did that workout yesterday, it was rope climb, sandbag clean.
To 150.
100 to 150 is not fair.
It's not the same.
Because the bag itself is smaller, which makes it infinitely easier.
I'm not saying anything. I got roasted last time.
The height thing? Yeah.
The triple scale.
The sandbag is the only thing. The sandbag and dumbbells. The sandbag, I feel like all of us sitting here can agree that the 70% rule for elite women to elite men now is not right. It should be about 72, 75.
The sandbag should be
66%.
Yeah, something.
And it's smaller.
Yeah.
And girls are already better at it.
Well, the thing is, so like, take me out because I'm just a cameraman. But Haley and Austin are doing the workout. They have pretty similar length arms. Like, I don't know how close.
And they got this little freaking disc that they throw over their shoulder.
She's got a bag she's holding it like this, like a
baby doll.
Yeah, and he has to put his arms around his bag like that.
Can't even touch your fingers the other side of it.
Watkins said he cannot touch on a 150-pound bag on both sides.
I have actually maybe an unpopular opinion. I don't think they should scale up. I think we should scale down. Because we would use a 125 the exact same way they use 100.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
for sure.
The exact same.
Depends on how the bag's filled.
Yeah, depends who's filling the bag.
Oh, it's so good, too, because I went to pick him up. Maddie did it with us, and she had the red bag, which I think are supposed to be 70s.
Yeah.
But it was one of those that was filled with, like, pellets instead of sand.
Like 60 pounds.
And it was so light, and after carrying, because you get done with the workout, and you're like, how did I ever move this thing in the first place?
Yeah.
And then picking up her bag was so nice.
Yeah, you, like, pick it up by its scruff, and you put it over on the rack.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Dude, I was ruined from that workout. And at one point, like, Haley was racing Austin, but he didn't know that they were in a race. And so she touch and go'd a little bit. Gosh. But I didn't know that she, like, so I wasn't, because I'm working out too. Yeah. But I happened to, like, look to see where she was at one point, and she was touch and going. And I was like, what's happening? I am screwed. I'm going to have to do the whole last like 3 rounds on my own. She's touch and going.
Yeah.
And I'm slipping off of the rope like to failure because my grip is so shot.
He gone.
Oh, it was so bad.
I do. The sandbag has got to be the thing that is the worst in CrossFit.
For
scaling,
yeah.
It's 66% of what the guys are doing. Nowhere else do we have that. And it's so small. It's smaller. It's too light. And it's just not. It's just.
Yeah,
it's weight. It's a different workout.
The weight is whatever. I mean, it's a problem, but I think it's even less of a problem the fact that the bag is so small. Because if I could get a 150-pound bag in that size, it's obviously going to be
think about
easier.
this. This is the same. It's the same thing you teach a beginner when you're teaching the Olympic lift. Keep the bar close. You keep the bar close, and the farther the bar gets away, the heavier it's going to feel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. When I have the sandbag, I got to put my arms out here. It's going to feel heavier than when I got one of those little freaking discs, and I can hold it up against my stomach.
Well, that's why the Husafell bag is so much easier.
It's easier to carry because it's so much thinner. You keep it against your body, and you can wrap your arms around it.
Except, was it Jason that wiped out with that thing? He might disagree about if it's easier
he did,
to
like a lot.
He wiped out bad.
That one was good, like 5 times right at the finish line.
Yeah,
that's when you could see it looked like someone kicked his dog.
Yeah,
like his face. Like,
was that the year though he got 7th, or was that the year he got cut like the first day?
No,
I don't remember.
That was 21. He did okay that year.
That was his first year. Yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
That was funny. I think he got like 15th or something his first year, something like that. 14th.
I'm so excited for the Mayhem Classic. We're not really that far away now.
At least give us an event, Scott.
It's so close to quarterfinals that like.
Gosh, it's so good how much people have spiraled in the last week.
The madness has ensued.
So it's not fair that Mayhem athletes have access to Rich's trail.
Well, that's what I was gonna.
Trails.
That's what I was gonna say. So on Saturday, I was out filming and I got on Rich's Instagram and took a picture of that Mayhem Classic sign with the arrow that was on your story. Well, JR helped us program, and he texted me. He's like, dude, the
post you made is great.
He said, like, yeah, the post you made is great. Like, everyone's freaking out. And I thought he was talking about the story. And then he said something about swimming, and I was like, swimming? And he's like, oh, yeah, the Tosh one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, did you see what I just posted? And then I didn't really, like, put 2 and 2 together that I had posted the trail arrow the day after the Tosh video. I'm like, they're kind of like related, tie into each other. I'm like, oh, that was diabolical.
Roman was talking to me today. He's like, well, I mean, it had the Mayhem Classic sign. Like, we're definitely doing it there. I go, Roman, you're reading too much into it. I go, yeah, you might be running it, you might not be. He goes, well, I don't know.
Trails are in great shape.
I said,
in prime time for
Angelo
a Mayhem Classic event. You know,
Angelo and Sam have a theory that the 24-hour run was scheduled just to beat down the trails.
Who said that?
Angelo and
Hatfield
Sam
said the same thing.
Oh, Hatfield too.
Roman was convinced that we were doing this whole event just so we could see how many people we could fit here, and just so we could get the trails ready.
Maybe
he's so stressed about it. I was like, Roman, are you fit? He's like, yes, of course. I'm like, then what are you worried about?
Yeah,
you're gonna. It's just like any other competition.
I said, Roman, 50% of it is true, 50% of it is bullshit. It's up to you to decide which is which.
Yeah, the levels.
That's what Scott's doing right now.
The level, is if you can imagine the most possible care that gets put into would propagating be the word for propaganda?
Probably.
I don't know if that's the right word.
Propaganding.
Yeah.
Propagandized.
The lengths at which I'm going to make the propaganda is just insane. Whether or not any of it's true or false or whatever, like just to make people think about it. Because like the way that like you guys like nerd out on the programming, that's like
how you nerd out on propaganda.
Yeah, that's my thing. I enjoy it so much.
I did the compete workout of the day yesterday, one of the two, and I walk in there, Roman says something to me, and I'm like, I'm Mayhem Classic training, can't see.
Yeah.
And he's like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Dude, I had
yes.
I had the football bar, like the multi-grip bar. I was benching it. This was 2 months ago. And I'm like, Roman, you ever used one of these before? And he's like, I said, you ever snatched with one of these before?
Oh, it's so good.
I don't know what I was doing. Oh, I was working out. I just happened to work out like by myself back there. And Roman came in right when I was done. I was cleaning up. I said, well, you just missed me. I was doing some Mayhem Classic prep. He said, what is it for your boy Austin? I go, I don't know.
It's so funny because like you You are just as clueless to the whole thing as everyone else.
Sam finally said the other day, he asked me a question. He goes, and I know if you tell me you have no clue, you're being honest, because a lot of the time you have no clue. And I said, Sam, I have no clue.
Yeah.
I got nothing, dude.
It's so good because usually you're so in the know and we actually lean on you a ton for programming. So it's kind of fun for you to when you find out, I want your full, which you won't because you'll be fine with it because JR helped. So
if you guys did it, I'd scrutinize it.
Yeah, for sure.
JR's in it. No. He can do no wrong.
Do no wrong.
I have a Rich Froning podcast exclusive.
Oh.
This deep in the episode. This is good.
Oh, this is good.
This is the hold Rich to the coals.
Oh gosh, no.
Rich is going to do a Mayhem Classic workout
for an announcement,
and we are going to post it on April 3rd.
April.
That's next week.
No, that's not next week.
Do you know which one you're going to do?
If that's shut up.
It's the only one I'd be good at.
If that's next week, then I just lied. Let me look at the calendar.
It's later on next week or something.
No, maybe it's not next week. Farther. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know the one.
Wait, that is next week.
I told you.
Monday, right?
No.
That's Friday.
Yeah, that's
Good Friday.
Wait, that's already next week?
So I got to do it earlier in the week, huh?
If I don't have it done in time, we might not do it April 3rd.
It's in its entirety, right? It should be fine.
Well, yeah, you're going to need to do it early in the week. We're going to try to release on April 3rd.
Oh, you're going to do it? They're going to film it?
Yeah. Oh, no. Which we're obviously not going to do at the gym.
Or are you?
No, if you see us filming him doing a full workout at the gym, it's not that.
Or is it?
But yeah, so Rich is going to do a classic workout. There's a hint in itself because I feel like there's certain stuff you wouldn't do, like for
that's not really a hint
for full send of a.
I can do pretty much everything in the classic now.
Well, I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying like there's certain stuff you probably wouldn't want to do.
Oh yeah.
In a competitive environment, like that high level of
kettlebell swings. There's kettlebell swings.
Yeah, kettlebell swings, push-ups, and pistols.
It's a triplet. Sure. Yeah. Total of 59 push-ups, kettlebell swing, and pistol.
It's
66.
I love it.
Yeah, but yeah, so there it is. Now Rich has to do the workout.
Yeah, whatever.
You'll like it.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I've already done it before.
I
tested it, remember?
There's still you did. There's still tickets available. So
it's gonna be a fun weekend.
People can come watch, work out.
It'll be a good time. Watch, work out. Gonna be a lot of working out for people on site. Some cool events, some coaches development type stuff with Austin and the affiliate team and Darren, and yeah, gonna be a good time.
Angela's gonna be probably more stressed than last year. Oh, speaking of stressed, because he's coaching this year, so we have Austin is gonna be like the third on the broadcast
guy, another
and he's like, where can I get the athlete list? I need to start researching.
Nice, that's good.
He's locked in.
That's good.
He's gonna be good. So as long as if Sean Woodland was able to keep you two on the rails, he can keep
for sure,
Rich and Austin on the rails.
Yeah.
Because Austin's also on the rails.
He can come off, but he is mostly on.
Yeah. I think that's it.
That's it. This is a long podcast.
Yeah. I'm about to bust. And I got to pee.
All right. Peace.